Hey there, it is Tuesday, October 2nd, and this is Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim, your trainer. I hope you're feeling good today. Rolling out of the bed on a Tuesday morning is always so much easier than Monday, and we have a little bit of work to do today, so let's get your body going and warm up with the march in place and use that arm swing to really engage the core and warm up your shoulders and your back. Make sure your back is straight, your tailbone is tucked in, your abs are tight, and you're marching in place, which means you're going to give your knee a little bit of a lift. I have a client in New York that insists that the knee lift is not a march, but rather a prance, but I still call it a march. So keep that going. Bring your knees up as high as they can go, just marching in place, adding that arm swing, and warming up the body. Get your breath going a little bit. Now take a big double wide stance with your feet. Your toes are going to be turned slightly out. Extend your arms up over your head and clasp your hands. Now we're going to really warm up the back by hinging at your hips, keeping your abs in tight. Lower your body all the way down to the right, making a huge circle till your hands hit the floor, brush the floor, and then lift back up to the left, stretching all the way back up, and make one more big circle down to the right, up to the left. Very good. Feel this in your hamstrings a little bit with those legs stretched out, double shoulder width wide. Now reverse directions, go down to the left and slowly stretch all the way up to the right. One more time. Awesome. Okay, now we're going to do the same 6-move sequence that we did yesterday, only slightly more challenging. So the first move is the lighthouse, and this is a balance move. I want you to position your feet now with your right foot completely in front of your left. Yesterday we staggered our feet a little bit, but we're going to go heel to toe here so that your balance is really challenged. Straighten your arms out through your shoulders, out to the sides, palms facing down. Now turn your head right to left. We'll switch this and put the left foot forward for the second set. So just focus on gripping the floor with that right foot in front, toes gripping the floor. Your heels and your toes are working in tandem. You've got one tree trunk, albeit very skinny one with the heel and toe leg position, but keep it going. You've got a couple more seconds. Turn your head, and awesome. Okay, now we're going to do an alternating forward lunge. So we're going to go all the way down into the lunge, taking that big step out with the right leg. Bend both knees to 90 degrees, lowering the body, keeping your abs tight. Do not collapse at your waist, but keep your back completely straight. Now push off of the right leg to go back to start. Now take a big step out with your left leg and back to start. Good. Now let's keep going. Right leg first, hinging at the hip level. Take a big step out, then bend both knees to 90 degrees, then stand all the way up, and then push off and go back to start. Let's do one more on the left leg, and then we're going to take it into the lateral movement next. All right, very good. Okay, so we're going to do a lateral lunge now. Yesterday we just did that kind of the side step. Now you're taking that big step out with your right leg. Remember to keep both feet completely straight though. Your toes should not turn out. Now your left knee bends. You stick your butt out as you lower your body down. Your weight's in your heels. Shift the weight to the heels. And then as you stand up, lift up, bring your right leg back into the center. Now extend the left leg out to the left and bend the right knee down and back as you sit down into that imaginary chair. In the lateral lunge, you should feel that inner thigh stretch down the left side of your body when you're stretching out the left leg. Let's do one more on the right side and one more on the left side. Now put your hands on the floor. Yesterday we did that donkey kick. Today we're just going to do a walk. We call these mountain walkers. They're mountain climbers that you might know as a name of an exercise, but we're just going to, I want you to put your hands on the floor, kind of graduating forward a little bit from just moving one leg at a time with your knees on the floor. Now your feet are on the floor, your hands are on the floor. Walk your right leg in slightly so that your knee is bent, and then walk it out. Then bring your left knee in, then walk it out. Okay, let's go 30 seconds. This is called a mountain walker or a mountain hiker, I sometimes call them. It's a little bit easier than a mountain climber, which I guess you probably figured by this point you're going to be doing at some point this week. We'll be doing these, well, tomorrow actually we'll taking it up to a mountain climber if you're able to sustain that. But the cool thing about these workouts, if you remember, we were talking about this a couple of days ago, actually I think on Friday last week, that when you have 5 seconds left, by the way, when you learn the variations of each move, if you push yourself, you can make it harder, but when you need to fall back a little bit because it's a little too much effort, you know now, yes, tomorrow if we're doing the mountain climbers and you have to go back a step, do what you just did, the mountain walkers. Okay, now a plank. Hands on your forearms or hands down to the floor, palms facing the floor, and you're on your forearms. Walk your feet back. 30 seconds starts now. You're in a standard plank here. That's all you're doing. And really focus on this. Even if you do planks and you can hold planks for a fairly long time, there are ways to do a standard plank on your forearms without, you know, additional movement, which we will be doing starting tomorrow. But what you can do in this position is focus on where your weight is distributed. Obviously, the foot position is fairly standard, so just make sure that the outside of your feet and the inside of your feet are collectively supporting your body weight, and then of course the your two arms, your two hands. Okay, now we're going to do a bent knee crunch, so go ahead and turn your body over. You're on your back, your hands are behind your head, and you lift your feet up off the floor, knees bent to 90 degrees, and crunch up and back. Exhale, lift up and back. Excellent, you're doing great. We're going to 20 more seconds of crunches here. I'll take a quick little break, take a couple of deep breaths, sip of water, whatever it is you want. Then we're going to go back and head through the sequence one more time for about 11 minutes worth of effort, which is not bad. At the very least, it gives you the energy boost you need at the beginning of the day. It gives you enough of a metabolic boost to maybe feel like you really want to have some food before you leave your house, which I will tell you is key. Go ahead and stand up, by the way. Let's take a break. People that wait until they get to the office to eat, or wait until they get out of their house and they go to Starbucks every day, or they do whatever it is that they do every single day, have more of a difficult time than those of us who have a breakfast plan. They get up, you do a little bit of exercise, some calisthenics, whatever, this type of workout, have your coffee and a banana, maybe a piece of whole wheat toast with peanut butter, some cereal, yogurt, whatever it is, an egg. It's so much easier to manage your weight when you control what you have in your body, and the only way to really control it is to do it yourself. So that's that. I'll get off my soapbox and so that you can do the lighthouse. Now your left foot is forward this time. Arms are stretched out to the side. Back is tight, and abs are tight rather. Back is straight. And go ahead and turn your head. Very good, very good. Balance is so important. And the reason that you're doing a lot of work with those small muscles that line the side of your feet and up your ankles, the muscles that are the inner muscles of your hip and butt, all these little tiny lateral and auxiliary muscles or ancillary muscles that you can really let go by not doing strength work, means that your balance falters very easily. And even people actually that are fairly aerobic and conditioned can have balance problems because of the fact that you have shoes on your feet every day. Go ahead and start that alternating forward lunge. So take a big step out with the right leg and back, and then the big step out with the left leg. Just keep that going for another 25 seconds. Hands are on your hips. If you need to extend them out to the sides for some balance, in addition to the balance we were just doing before. Obviously, the forward lunge challenges your balance too, because you have to pivot from one leg to the next, bending the knees at the same time while in that sort of staggered foot position. So it can knock you off balance a little bit. All right, now let's do the lateral lunge. Extend the right leg out to the right, feet forward, toes forward, bend the left knee, sit back in your heel, shift your weight to your heel, and then stand back up and extend the left leg out, bend the right knee. Remember to stick your butt out. Don't let your knee, the bent knee, it should not go past the tip of your toe. And take your time. Take your time. This is a really great move. lateral movement in general is rare, as I said yesterday, just because we go forward and back mostly, right? I mean, that's just the way it is. But when you get some alternate movements into your functional fitness exercises, you really kind of help the body develop an equilibrium that keeps the strength going and continually challenges yourself. Okay, down on the floor for mountain walkers, mountain hikers, the slow version of the mountain climber. Try to keep your butt down. Go ahead and let's start 30 seconds. And you're walking your feet forward and back, alternating the foot and breathing. Make sure you keep your butt down. Make sure that your shoulders and your hands are vertically aligned. Coming up on that last plank and then a crunch to finish up, and you'll be ready for your day. This first week of October. Very exciting. Excellent. Okay, now down for the plank. There's one other thing that you can do in your, actually two other things you could do in your plank. Tomorrow we're going to focus on one of them, and that is to turn your foot upside down, so that instead of gripping the floor with the ball of your foot and your toes, you rest your entire body on the top of your foot. So you point your toes like a ballerina, and I call it a mermaid plank, which we're going to do tomorrow. So that's one thing you can do if a plank is too easy for you. The other thing is to clench your butt muscles, your butt cheeks. Make sure you're breathing. You've got one more move coming up in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and turn your body over to your back. Put your hands behind your head and bend your knees up in the air. Now exhale and lift up. Exhale to lift up. Really squeeze those abs. You really want to focus on the contraction of the abdominal muscle. We're not doing a ton of ab work for this workout. Of course, the plank is an ab move as well, but you really want to make sure you're focusing on the contraction, not moving with letting momentum and gravity help you out with these crunches. You've got 3 seconds left. And why don't you just stop up at the top, give me a tiny little pulse for 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Awesome, great job. Really good work today. Tomorrow's workout's going to be a little bit harder than today's, but same basic sequence of moves. I'm Kim Watkins. I was your trainer, and I'm with InShape Fitness in New York City. Please visit our website, inshape-fitness.com, if you have any questions or curiosities about the type of work that we do, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.